The battle of the dollar stores. The battle for prepper supremacy when it comes to your storage foods. Welcome to the Chef Prepper Project, where our goal is to motivate and help the world to get prepared for the things that are coming, one house at a time. And another goal that we have here at the Chef Prepper Project is to give you information, good information that you can take and use in your prepping. One of the biggest aspects of getting prepared is to have food to eat. So if you had X amount of dollars and you were going to buy something, which of these would you rather have? This or this? Okay, I can't answer that for you, but you can answer it. And again, if you had X amount of dollars, would you rather have this or this? Assuming they both cost exactly the same. Okay, I think the choices are obvious. But now on to what this video is about. If you are into the world of preparedness, and you probably are, or you wouldn't be watching this video, right? So since you're going to be using some of your dollars to provide food for this, so since you're going to have X amount of dollars to spend, would you rather have this or this? And this video is not about cars or houses. It's about putting food on your plate when it counts. So along those lines, a few days ago, I took a shopping trip to some local dollar stores. And you saw from the thumbnail probably, I went to 3 different stores: the Dollar Tree, the Family Dollar, and the Dollar General. And I wanted to know, when I'm shopping for this, which of these 3 will give me the most for my money? Well, first, let me show you the receipts. Okay, now I'm going to show you the food that I got from each store in the bags. And in a few minutes, I'm going to take that out and show you what I got from each store. All right. So I know everybody wants to know the answer to the question. So what I'm going to do is, at the end of the video, I'm going to break it down. I'm going to tell you how many calories I got from each store. I'm going to tell you again and remind you or show you again how much money I spent at each store. And then I'll do the calculations, and I'll tell you how much the cost per calorie was. And then perhaps based upon the earlier video that we did about how much food should you have, how much food should you store, we have a video on that, and I'll put a link in the description below. You can take the information from the end of the video, and then depending upon how many calories you have decided that you need to store per person, per day, you can see what the cost will be from these stores per person, per day, to provide food. Now, I would highly suggest that if you're going to be spending quite a bit of your prepping money on food storage or storage foods, that you do a similar kind of a shopping trip that I did, where you're not using too much money until you get the answer you're looking for, which of course is which store will give you the biggest bang for your buck. I put together a shopping list, not of particular foods, but of food types that I wanted to go to these stores and get. And so when you do your test, number 1, you'll be getting food to put in storage. Number 2, you'll learn which store gives you the biggest bang for your buck. And that is what this video is about. And that is the information that you can take and use. All right, so I'll show you some of these. I'll show you the receipts, I'll show you the food, and we'll talk about some of these things as I go through the food. As I get the food out, we'll crunch the numbers, and you can take it and go from there. So thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, because it really helps us out. And here's the list that I had and you can see it has on it flour, oats, peanut butter, beans, salt, sugar, 2 flavorings, 2 types of canned meats, rice, 2 add water meals, and pasta. The goal wasn't to get the exact same size, the same brand. It was just to get the best option available at each store for each type of food. And you'll see as we go through how that all worked out. And here are the receipts. You can see at each store, Family Dollar was $24.50, the Dollar General was $23.40, the Dollar Tree was $13.50. But there's much more to this story than just those prices. The food still in the bags. The food out of the bags with the bags showing what store they were from, and finally just the food from each store organized. Here again is the list. I want to go through the list so you can see that each store I got the same type of food but not the same size and brands. The dollar store first, the Dollar General. All right, flour, oats, Clover Valley, peanut butter, the beans. These are pinto beans, the salt, sugar, 2 flavorings, rice. There's a 5-pound bag of long grain, which we're going to cover rice extensively in a upcoming video, perhaps the next one, a prepper's guide to rice. So you can see where I'm going. Flour, oats, peanut butter, beans, salt, sugar, 2 flavorings, 2 canned meats, which in this case was a 2-pack of chicken, 2 add water meals for quick meals. These are the Knorr brands. All right, moving on. This is the Dollar Tree. Same list again. Flour, all-purpose flour. The oats came in a bag this time. They're outrageous. Outrageous, I mean. Butter. The beans, again, were pinto beans. Salt. Sugar. 2 flavorings here were taco seasoning and salt-free seasoning. These are in shaker bottles. 2 canned meats, which turned out to be turkey meat this time, 2 of them. The rice, again, was long grain white rice in a 2-pound bag. The 2 add water meals were also the Knorr products, and then the pasta, spaghetti, and I think in the pasta for the dollar store. All right, moving on to the Family Dollar. The flour, the oats, peanut butter, the beans, pinto beans again, the salt, the sugar, the 2 flavorings. One is a taco mix, the other is a shaker, Italian seasoning. The 2 canned meats were 2 canned package, back to chicken meat this time. The rice, they had, what size is this? 10-pound bag of rice. Sorry, 10-pound bag of rice. Again, long grain. 2 add water meals was the Knorr products again. And the pasta, spaghetti. So now, let's do some figuring, see how many calories, the cost per calorie, and the cost per day. And to get the calories, all I did was look at the package, and of course it tells you how many calories per serving, and you do the math. And I did find a huge problem with one of the products from the Family Dollar, and at the end of the video I will show you what that problem was. I'll go ahead and do that now. Here is the 5-pound bag of rice from the Dollar General. And if you notice on the label, it says that a serving size is 45 grams. There's 50 servings in this bag, a 5-pound bag, and 160 calories per serving. So keep that in mind. 50 servings in a 5-pound bag. And here is the bag of rice from the Family Dollar. It is a 10-pound bag of rice. And we'll look here at the label. You see the same thing. Serving size is 45 grams, 160 calories, but the 10-pound bag has, according to this, 200 servings, and the 5-pound bag has 50 servings. Do you see a problem with that? Yes. The problem is that the 10-pound bag tells you that it has twice as many servings in it as it actually has, which could be very bad if you're trying to count up your calories. So keep that in mind. I was not very happy once I got home and saw that. And so, now, who won the battle of the dollar stores for prepper supremacy? Alright, I got the calculator out, ran through the numbers, crunched them up, wrote them down on this sheet, made a summary of it, and you can see there that I have how many calories per type of food for each of the stores. And the Dollar Tree came out with total calories of 16,180. The Dollar General had 37,140. Family Dollar had 39,505. Then below that you see the prices, and if you do the math on the number of calories and the price, you will find at the Dollar Tree you got 12 calories for each penny. At the Dollar General you got almost 16 calories per penny, and at the Family Dollar you got a little over 16 calories per penny. And taking the math out a little farther, you will see that there is 1,200 calories per dollar from the Dollar Tree, 1,587 calories per dollar from the Dollar General, 1,612 calories per dollar from the Family Dollar. So, what does all that mean to you, to me? If you go back to the video that we made about how many calories you need to store, or in my opinion that you need to store, and again, I have a video on that. I'll put a link in the description below. But in that video, we came out here in our home deciding that we needed 1 million calories per person per year, and that came out to be 2,740 calories per day. So with that number, and yours will be different more than likely, you can do the math, and you will come out with the number of days of calories that you bought. And so, at the Dollar Tree, we came out with 5.9 days of calories for one person, even though the money was quite a bit less. At the Dollar General, we came out with 13.5 days of calories for one person, and at the Family Dollar, we came out with 14.4 days of calories for one person. Then if you go further and do the math, you will find that at the Dollar Tree, that comes out to $2.29 per day per person. The Dollar General, $1.73 per day per person. And at the Family Dollar, $1.70 per day per person. And then if you take that one step further, you will find that based upon just the sampling of food that we got on this shopping trip, if you expand that out to a year, you will find that shopping at the Dollar Tree, based upon the foods we got, would cost you $835 per year per person. What we got at the Dollar General would be $633 per year per person, and what came from the Family Dollar was $621 per year per person. Okay, so who won the battle of the dollar stores? Well, you saw the numbers. As I'm looking here at the figures, it would appear that the Dollar Tree is in last place by far. Now remember, this was a simple test, just an example. Again, you need to do this for yourself to find out what's the best or the champion dollar store in your area. But anyway, for us here, we will eliminate the Dollar Tree as a source of storage foods. Even though everything there is $1, it still just doesn't add up to as much as from the other two dollar stores. If we go only strictly by number of calories per dollar, then the Family Dollar comes out to be the champion. By a little, only a little, but still does so. However, I was really disappointed in the bag of rice from the Family Dollar, because when I first went through these numbers, I didn't catch the problem that I showed you, and I thought I thought the Family Dollar was a big winner. I had to go back and recalculate because of somewhere along the line I noticed the discrepancy there. So, to declare a champion of the dollar stores, after all said and done, I'm going to go with the Dollar General. But I will still visit the Family Dollar because they are a very in my thinking, a very close second. So what do you think about it? Which, based upon what you saw in the video, who do you think the champion is? Let us know. And if you do such a, if you go out and do a similar kind of experiment or test, let us know the results. Let us know the champion in your area. So there you go. The Dollar General comes out as the champion. And perhaps soon we will let the champ take on the heavyweight champ. You know, Walmart. But that's for another time. So thank you, and we'll see you soon.